Welcome to this week's episode of Resource PNG. We're coming to you from the foot of Mount Wilhelm in Simbu Province. In this episode, we take a look at the Gembogl Hydro Dam project, as well as the Kegosugo airstrip, and also a look at the Mount Wilhelm National Park. Enjoy this week's episode of Resource PNG. Resource PNG took a trip to the foot of the highest peak in the country recently, Mount Wilhelm in Simbu Province. On this journey, we were to witness a significant milestone for the people in this part of Papua New Guinea. Kundiawa Gembogl for many years had been described as underdeveloped. Although blessed with beautiful fertile soil, this part of Papua New Guinea has huge potential in agriculture, tourism and more. Gembogl is part of the Kundiawa Gembogl District, which is home to the provincial capital, Kundiawa. In recent times, this district has seen a drastic change with a focus on improving infrastructure within this district, but more of that later. Now we begin with what can be described as the province's best self-sustaining resource, Mount Wilhelm. Located 4,509 meters above sea level, this mountain is the highest peak in the Pacific region. And this also has provided Kundiawa Gembogl District with a steady stream of visitors who come to this area to climb this mountain. According to Tourism Minister and member for Kundiawa Gembogl, Tobias Kulang, Mount Wilhelm is this area's greatest resource, which can be self-sustaining.
It's running at the moment second to Kokoda in terms of nature and winter tours. Mount Wilhelm sits at 4,509 meters above sea level. It's the highest mountain in the Oceania region, so making it obviously automatic front runner in terms of tourism attraction. So it is an important resource for this district and also the islands region of Papua New Guinea. It is ancestral visitors all over the world. Numbers are a little bit small. It's lower than 200 at the moment, only around. But the representation is really broad. We have people from Europe, from Russia, from all over Europe to now we're beginning to see the bit of visits from the Asian market. It used to be traditionally Japanese strong, but now we've seen some Chinese coming up this way for the first time. So that's exciting development. Then of course North America and Australia and New Zealand.
In a ceremony at the foot of Mount Wilhelm, SEPA Managing Director Gamta Joku was on hand to officially reassert SEPA's authority over Mount Wilhelm National Park.
We cannot set these projects up without landowner participation. If there is no real, meaningful benefit going to the landowners, these projects will not be successful. That is our experience. We have been dealing with this thing for the last 20, 30 years, and we have not had a successful conservation projects. So we're going to change that. People must be in touch. Local communities, landowners must be participating fully and must be involved in this thing. So these are some of the things that we are now addressing in the new law that is going to be tabled in Parliament. The new law on protected area.
The development of Mount Wilhelm National Park has been identified as a key project for the Kundiawa Gembogl District in its development.
We will get Mount Wilhelm development plan. We plan of gas fire. When it didn't tussle, so was articulate him. Subscribe him. Good luck, him. Demand him some time. Wincha Karamigo. Mount Wilhelm is a national park, declared under the National Parks Act. National Parks Act is used to declare national parks or protected areas on state land, ground government. So this is a time public authority. National parks throughout the country become assets for Conservation and Environment Protection Authority. Plus assets for people must look at them and continue to fund. So I think this program, once we sign off on it, once we get the stakeholders all involved, I think we will be committed to making sure everything happens.
There is a consensus that in this part of Papua New Guinea, the highest peak will provide the catalyst for further development now and into the future.
Yimiloya, in charge of district of Kundiawa Gembogl, I'm important in the Simbu Province, I'm important in the highlands of Papua New Guinea. International community, they love our environment. They talk about our environment. So if you look in the media or you look in long TV, they talk about PNG's great biodiversity. They are making a lot of noise about it, but they are not putting the money to the country, not giving us the money. You and I need to go out, fight this international community. Awesome. Have a nice talk with them and tell them, this is the way government wants to run its policy now on conservation. So we did that. Soon after we became an authority, we go along, one people like Boom Blong all, also call him Global Environment Fund, and Minister Punari went and told him straight, all the money you've given in the past, it is not resulting in anything happening on the ground. I want to change that. I want to change that now. Now you assist the government deliver on all these priority conservation projects. And first of those projects was Mount William, because Mount William has been around for a very, very long time.
This Mount William has the potential to be a major driver in terms of tourism dollars. It's important for the economy here because at the back of tourism we can really generate different let's say complementing activities like guest house activities, development of culture, other ecotourism activities here. Also there's this place is also strong for production of fresh vegetable. The infrastructure development that is going on aimed at development Mount William can also assist increased production and things like that. So Mount William is pivotal in the economic development of this region and also Simbu Province as a whole.
After the break, we look at developments on the Gembogl Hydro project. That's coming up next on Resource PNG. It has been said that infrastructure is the key to allowing for development. This is especially true for rural areas of Papua New Guinea. For Kundiawa Gembogl District, there are now moves to open up this part of the country, especially considering this district has one of the country's main attractions, Mount Wilhelm, the Oceania region's highest mountain. Local Member of Parliament, Tobias Kulang, also happens to be the country's Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture. He has been at the forefront of pushing for infrastructure development in this electorate during his tenure in office. And from initial indications, all is going well, with the district recently receiving some good news, better roads as well as the re-establishment of a rural airstrip.
Me play like walk one time you play long straight in this place balus or some all balus he can come again. Now all can car him some touristy come. Na all can kiss him some kai you play grow him long here. Na fish you play kiss him long wada. Na carry go. Na salim long naro plahap no Papua New Guinea or sem na. Me play district. Sem district long you play ask me play long come na walk one time you play na straight in this land na me play got big play hama sem this la walk long me play na me play say around long kind hap long country help him all line long boost straight him all place balus long all na kiss him service long all he come back again. Thank you long government long me play na Minister long civil aviation na Minister long planning na Minister long finance na all other play supporting me play long this la walk na only helping me play long helping you play only give him money long organization long me play or say me play can stop one time you play na set up one bell one time you play.
The roads will be developed under a financing agreement with the Asian Development Bank, while the rural airstrip will be developed by Rural Airstrips Agency.
This is an important development because we have an international airport in Agen, and now it's going to open up to from Agen we're doing direct flights to overseas. So when tourists come, we want to believe that from Agen we can land them here just over a 20 minutes flight. You see, so that's very strategic, and also for for bringing vegetables and stuff like this out of here. So we believe it's very strategic, and I think it is sustainable. It's not a big airport to maintain in terms of maintenance, so I think we will have the capacity to maintain that. The agreement signed yesterday between the rural airstrip agencies and Kundiawa Gembogl District is very strategic. The rural airstrip agency comes to upgrade and restore the airstrip facilities. But under the arrangements, the district will take over the maintenance of the facilities, and the maintenance of facilities will be only around 60,000. That's within the reach of the district, and we can keep this airstrip going. Then we want to believe that airline operators, like MAF, at the moment I believe we can do twin orders, and there's aircrafts below that, so that's enough capacity to generate a bit of activity. And I think it's very strategic, it's sustainable, it's doable. The funding to restore this airstrip is around 400,000. District is coming on board 200,000, and the rural airstrips coming on board another 200,000. So, and this funding on the part of the district is already available for this work to commence. So,
another key project that the district is embarking on is the development of a hydro project, utilizing the district's many rivers. This project recently received its environmental permit.
Tourism, environment, conservation, climate change, look at something and boom one time now you miss a step on the nature and environment. Now big play agreement and come up. Now well them now look savvy on display issue of the climate change, the environment, now how you may need long come up in place. Now you may not can cut in DUI and a kind of same. Now one time display you may cut one opportunity long come up in place, look some funding long international community. Now long display managing director Joku and Tok Finish opportunity and stuff. Now one time opening display conservation park and first project. So one time display you may need long look at in place so that more project may come. Now me look in Simbu, now mountain and stuff, now where I'm run Namelo Valley, now you may stop. Plenty challenges and stuff. Now Minister Fundari give him commitment now on behalf of climate change. People like give him commitment to me plug along Kundiawa Gembogl District Administration, long helping me plug come up in hydroelectricity project na solar farm. Now you will serve a government and got problem on them cash flow, na finance, na kind or something, but want them leak money na resources you may cut. You may try and make him come up in something na all project you may can run him. So want them display commitment me plug give him, but me plug work one time na behind you may boom, but you may can talk to good long how our project by come up na Sindam blue you mean the community.
All in all, the local member is confident that all these developments in this district augur well for the future of Kundiawa Gembogl.
It's a timely development, complementing that with the hydro project that should be also launched around November-December period, and the Mount William development plan that's just been launched yesterday. I believe there's really powerful activities going on that will see Mount William being prepared and ready as a tourism destination to the nation, to the people who will visit from abroad in a very powerful way.
You're watching Resource PNG. Don't go away. After the break, we take a look at what has been making headlines in Resource News. Welcome back to Resource PNG. Time now to take a look at what has been making headlines in Resource News.
In light of the mineral boom and explorations in Papua New Guinea, the importance of land and the advantages and disadvantages are slowly becoming evident. This prompted the government to revise the existing land laws and make it more effective. But various land reforms over the years came with consequences.
There were so many fake titles, investors, big investors coming with fake titles, and they say, we want to invest, and give us your title. Well, no, this is not, who issued this title? Oh, this person.
The incorporated land group has since been one concept that has been encouraged time and again to landowners. to register their land and have total control over it. Although the ILG laws were written after independence, it wasn't adequately administered due to limitations in the lands department. Land-owning clans were not recognized as legal entities to use their customary land as an asset. These were loopholes used by some foreign investors to exploit the resources and the people who own it.
Because people begin to see land as a commodity to sell and to get money and so forth and so on, or to lease it out for investment. Not only the people of the nation, but the state now begin to move another tempo up, so that begin to take in that the land now becomes so vital to do with mining, to do with development, to do with such as oil palm, etc., etc., etc. in this nation.
Successive PNG governments on one hand have been struggling to negotiate with landowners to free up customary land to meet the growing economic demands, while on the other hand, it tries to meet the aspiration of landowners.
But we must tell our people, don't sell the land, register the customary land to maintain continued ownership by our future generations. If you start selling land, our future for our kids is not there.
One such is the Masi Incorporated Land Group of Lihir Island that recently launched its land title 4 days ago. The Masi landowners who have given up their customary land to mining activities on the island have now realized that they haven't been part of the developments that is happening on their customary land, and after almost 2 decades, they say they have not received all the benefits they supposed to get. So they formed the landowner group through the revised ILG laws, hoping to change their way of life.
So to me, 40 years, it's evidence of being in the wilderness. We must not be standing bystanders. Let us take total control and ownership of what belongs to us Papua New Guineans.
While the transition from traditional to modern life is occurring, many Papua New Guineans still rely on land as a basic necessity to support their lives. Investors on one hand are demanding land security, while customary land groups have now become largely skeptical about any moves to free up land for development.
The deal will see 4 major economic road projects in the Highlands region sealed and maintained. On behalf of the government, Treasurer Patrick Pruitt sealed the deal from an ongoing 800 million loan sourced from the Asian Development Bank. Minister Pruitt says despite the downturn in the economy, ADB and the European Union are giving enough breathing space through loans to develop critical road networks in the country.
Loan that we have secured with Asian Development Bank is $147 million US, and of course with the help of the European Union we have secured $20 million US to assist in counterparting the program, and it is indeed a program that our government is pursuing.
The loan falls under the National Transport Strategy 2011 to 2013 as a national priority program for the transport sector. Department of Works will be managing the project.
Strengthen the capacity with the expertise that is required, and we very much are ready to implement these projects, and we are committed to ensuring that we add value to in delivering this project to our people up in the islands region.
The Trans 3 road development includes Nipa Muniu, extension of Kundiawa Gembogl, Anganofi project and a wheel loop road. Trans 1 and 2 projects include the Mendi Kandep, Ligam Pogera, Kotna Lapram, Yalibu Kagwa and the ongoing Mendi Tambul roads.
We reached an agreement, we sealed an agreement to support the rehabilitation and the connectivity of a big part of the networks in the Highland region. This is just a fraction of the needs, but it's a good start that demonstrates the will of the international community to join forces with the government.
Trends 1, 2 and 3 were approved by the government in 2008 through a multi-trans loan facility with ADB. Like many rural farmers throughout the country, freight and transportation of cash crops remains a challenge for the rural people. For the Kotidana people in the inlands of Kerama district, coffee production saw its glory days in the 1980s but has since dropped in the past 20 years. The recent visit by elected MP Richard Mendani brings hope to rural farmers to revitalize coffee programs in the area.
The desire is to increase production, and as a result, once production increase, income should increase to rural farmers, and as a result, this should indirectly reduce poverty, social issues, and other wider community development implications to the local people of the Kerama district hinterland areas.
Lai Mook is a coffee buyer who has struggled buying coffee and helping farmers sell the produce. He believes the district's coffee marketing project will help farmers.
Now I'm start from member one them or workman you play come to me play. Now I'm start gain on kisim coffee koran on barus.
For the Kotidana people, coffee is the only cash crop the people can venture into. Greater awareness is now being carried out to strengthen coffee production for the 40,000 plus people.
As an organization, I try my best as a German, look for better market for my farmers. And in the further development, I'm looking at bringing on board the banking service from BSP.
The Kerama District Development Authority is subsidizing the coffee price. However, MP Richard Mendani believes more improvement must be done to help benefit farmers.
I'm going to be reviewing the program at the end of this year. Reviewing how the price subsidy is working, how the freight subsidy is working, and the capacity building, if there need to be an continued support to the program.
A sum of 1 million kina was allocated for the coffee rehabilitation project in the Kerama district.
And that ends this week's episode of Resource PNG. As always, if you'd like to contribute to the program, get in touch with us via email on the address now showing on your screen. For all the latest updates on the resource sector in the country, check out our Facebook page. To view this edition online, you can log on to the EMTV website where you will find a link to the Resource PNG page. Now until the next time, enjoy your viewing on EMTV. This has been Resource PNG.